I warmly welcome all of you to the Speaking English online lecture series, which has been designed by the International Association for Quality Education along with South Asian International Association for Early Childhood Care and Development, in order to provide support to everyone who is keen in developing their communicational skills. I am Dishan Jagannathan, Operational Leader of International Association for Quality Education, and I'll be briefing you on Lesson 5, which is on future tense, subject plus noun and adjective. The series has been designed under the guidance of Mr. Janaka Kamalgoda, the President of International Association for Quality Education and President of South Asian International Association for Early Childhood Care and Development. The Sustainable Development Goals of this organization is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The purpose of organizing this lecture series is to improve communication skills in English and to overcome challenges in global society. Let's move into the lesson. So as we've seen from lesson 1 to lesson 4, now we know what a subject is. So the subjects that we'll be looking in this lesson will be I, you, we, they, he, she, and it. And nouns. As we all know by now, a noun is a word that represents a person, a thing, a concept, or a place. And adjectives, it describes a word or defines a noun or noun phrase. The sentences could be classified under 4 categories, namely positive sentence, negative sentence, positive questions, and negative questions. So first we'll be going through positive sentences. And first of all, we need to know what future tense is. Future tense talks about an event or an action that's going to happen, which means that has not yet happened. It will be happening in the future. That is what this tense is about. So the structure of positive sentence is subject plus shall be or will be plus noun and adjective. I shall be a teacher. I shall be a good teacher. In this sentence, I is the subject plus shall be. Good is the adjective followed by the noun, which is teacher. I will be a teacher. I will be a good teacher. I subject plus will be. Good is the adjective and teacher is the noun. They will be cricketers. They will be best cricketers. Nimal will be a student. Nimal will be a clever student. Here, for I and we will be using either will, be, or shall be. And for rest of the subjects, we will use only will be. And the sentence explains when you say, I shall be a good teacher, it's going to happen in the future. Still, the person isn't a teacher. Either he or she will be a teacher in the future. The expanded forms are for I and we could either use shall be or will be plus the noun and adjective followed by place and time. For rest of the subjects, which are namely you, they, he, she, and it. We will be using will be plus the noun or adjective followed by place and time. Let's look at some examples for further explanation. As I told in the previous slide, for subjects I and we could either use will be or shall be. So it goes as I shall be a teacher in your next English class, or you could also say as I will be a teacher in your next English class. I subject plus shall be or will be plus teacher is the noun and your next English class is the rest of the sentence. We shall be students in next English class, or we could also say we will be students in next English class. Likewise, you will be the leader in our group. They will be cricketers in our national team. He will be a doctor. She will be my class teacher next year. It will be a hotel in the near future. So all these examples are talking about events or situations that have not happened, but they will be happening very soon. Now, with the same set of examples, let us add an adjective to it and expand the sentence to make it more meaningful. The first one, I shall be a good teacher in your English class, or I will be a good teacher in your English class. This example, good is the adjective. It describes the characteristic or the quality of the teacher. Likewise, we shall be good students in the class, or we will be good students in the class. Next one, you will be an honest leader in our group. You is the subject, followed by will be, plus honest is the adjective, and leader is the noun, followed by rest of the sentence. They will be talented cricketers in our national team. Piyal will be a tall man. Kamani will be a kind teacher in our school. Nugegoda will be a busy town in Colombo. So Nugegoda is a subject, followed by will be. Busy is an adjective and town is the noun. So it describes the town and the rest of the sentence. Yeah. Next, we'll move into negative sentences. Negative sentences will have not in the sentence. That would be subject plus either shall not or will not plus be followed by noun and adjective. We could also use the contracted forms. For shall not, we could use shan't, and for will not, we could use won't. I shan't be a teacher. I shan't be a good teacher. I won't be a teacher. I won't be a good teacher. They won't be cricketers. They won't be talented cricketers. Nimal won't be a student. Nimal won't be a clever student. So these are situations which have not yet happened, but when you use won't, I won't be a good teacher, which means that the chances of being a teacher would never happen. I mean, the person could be a teacher, but might not be a good teacher. So the structure of the negative sentence goes as I or we plus shall not. We could also use will not plus be plus noun and adjective followed by place and time. Please keep in mind, shall not or will not could be used for I and we. That means shall not is used only for first person, singular and plural. And for rest of the subjects, we use only will not, and the contracted form of will not is won't. So it would be you won't, they won't, he won't, she won't, it won't. And it goes by plus be plus noun and adjective followed by place and time. Let's look at some examples. I will not be a friendly teacher in your English class. Here we could also say this as I won't be a friendly English teacher in your English class, or I shan't be a friendly English teacher in your English class. Here I is a subject followed by either will not be or shall not be, plus friendly is the adjective here and teacher is the noun. We will not be good students in the class. We is the subject, will not be, plus good is the adjective and students is the noun. We could also read the third one as we won't be an honest leader in our group. Shall we read it together? Fourth one, they won't be talented cricketers in our national team. Piyal won't be a tall man. Kamini won't be a kind teacher in our school. Nugekwada won't be a busy town in Colombo. Next, we'll move to positive questions. While making questions in future tense, we use the words shall or will in front of the subject. When we compare this with positive sentences, the subject comes first, followed by will be or shall be after. But when we make positive questions, the first word will be will or shall, followed by the subject plus be and noun or adjective. Shall I be a teacher? Shall I be a good teacher? Will they be cricketers? Will they be talented cricketers? Will Nimal be a student? Will Nimal be a clever student? So, this we are making questions. We are questioning someone or we are questioning ourselves about something that's going to happen in the future. Shall I be a good teacher? Which means that maybe I'm not a teacher yet, but I'm questioning myself. Would I be a teacher? And good teacher, it also has included the adjective to it. Now let's look at the expanded forms of positive questions in future tense. It goes as shall plus I or we plus be plus noun and adjective plus place and time. And will is used for you, they, he, she, it. Plus be plus noun or adjective with place and time. Let's look at the first sentence. Shall I be a good teacher in your English class? So the question goes as shall plus I is the subject plus be. Good is the adjective and teacher is the noun. Likewise, the second one, shall we be good students in the class? Shall followed by the subject we plus be. Good is the adjective and students is the noun. Will you be an honest leader in our group? Will they be clever cricketers in our national team? Will Piyal be a kind person? Will Kamani be a kind teacher in our school? Will Nugegoda be a busy town in Colombo? So, for subjects except I and we use the question starting with will. Now, we'll move to negative questions. The structure of the negative question goes as the question begins with shall not or will not plus the subject plus be plus noun, place, and time. Here we need to keep one thing in mind. We need to always use the contracted form while beginning a negative question. This applies for all the other tenses too. In our previous lessons, in present continuous and in our past present tense, we have observed this. When we make negative questions, make sure to use the contracted form. So in future tense, negative questions will either begin with shan't or won't, plus the subject, plus be, plus the noun and rest of the sentence, which is the place and time. Shan't I be a doctor? Shan't I be a good teacher? Won't they be cricketers? Won't they be talented cricketers? Won't Nimal be a student? Won't Nimal be a clever student? So, as we saw in the previous slide, the expanded form goes as for subjects I and we make use of shan't. So it goes as shan't plus either you can use I or we plus be followed by the noun, and you could also include the adjective with place and time. And for all the other subjects, which are you, they, he, she, it, will be making questions with won't plus the subject plus be plus noun and adjective plus place and time. The examples for negative questions. Shan't I be a good teacher in your English class? The question starts with shan't plus I is the subject plus be. Good is an adjective. Teacher is the noun. Shan't we be good students in the class? Second question. The question begins with shan't followed by the subject we plus be. Good is the adjective and students is the noun. Won't you be an honest leader in our group? The question begins with won't plus subject you plus be. Honest is the adjective and leader is the noun. Likewise, we have some more examples, so let's read them. Won't they be clever cricketers in our national team? Won't PR be a kind person? Won't Kamini be a kind teacher in our school? Won't Nugegona be a busy town in Colombo? Let's look at the summary of what we've learned in future tense in this lesson. Mainly, there are four types, which are positive sentence, negative sentence, positive questions, and negative questions. Positive sentences, they begin with the subject followed by either will be or shall be plus the noun. I will be a teacher. We will be players. He will be doctor. You will be a student. Likewise, negative sentences follow subject plus will not, which is won't be, or shall not, which is shan't be, followed by the noun. I will not be a teacher. I could also say this as I won't be a teacher. We won't be players. He won't be a doctor. You won't be a student. And for positive questions, You always begin the question with either shall or will, followed by the subject plus be and the noun. Shall I be a teacher? Shall we be players? Will he be a doctor? Will you be a student? And negative questions begin with shan't or won't, and we always use the contracted forms followed by the subject plus be plus the noun. Shan't I be a teacher? Shan't we be players? Won't he be a doctor? Won't you be a student? Assessment and evaluation. Please visit us on the web link which has been provided. Go to the Speak in English lecture series. Follow the guidance to complete the assessment process. Watch the next lesson to become fluent in English. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.